This is something we all should train but never do. This is muzzle management, fighting from inside the car out.
Hey folks, Chase Jenkins from Talon Defense. Got my buddy Mike here with me today, help me work inside this vehicle. We're back out at the Mobile Metro Law Enforcement Training Facility. So what we're going to talk about today is muzzle management inside the vehicles. The car classes have been a staple for us. I've been running them for a long time. We progressed some of them with our buddy Will. One of the drills that we were running that he enhanced was running the muzzles inside the car. What I had been doing to begin with is I was dividing the car up in a 180. I was responsible for this side. Hurry Up Mike would have been responsible for his side. And what we started to see, a point that Will brought up was like, hey man, like if it's on Mike's side of the car, are you just gonna sit there? So what we started doing is running the muzzle together, and it can be done safely and it can be accomplished as long as you have proper muzzle management. So the thing that we had to start looking at inside this car is like, hey, the only place the muzzle can go and be safe is temple index it. It allows us to move all about this vehicle without having to worry about muzzling ourselves or anybody else. So to kind of get a feel of how this works to begin with, the car is a constricted space, so the draw stroke has to be real clean. As Mike and I would come up and start looking for these threats, we got to keep in mind we can't be muzzling stuff that's out there in front of us. So we would bring this muzzle up, we would immediately go temple index while we searched for that threat or wherever it was coming from. So in this case, let's say it's coming from driver's side, the red threat. All right, so one of the things I got to do here to get a stance is to rotate those hips, push up in this car so I can be stable. I will push the gun out. What Mike has to do is push up next to me. We've got to get muzzle past meat, which means I need to be able to see his muzzle out in my plane of view. So we would start engaging these threats as they appeared. We'd put 2 or 3 rounds on them, put them down. Right. And we would immediately start looking around for other threats. The first thing we have to do is get this muzzle in a safe position so we can move about this car. So immediately we'd both temple index here. We would start looking around for additional threats. All right, so we would find them. The yellow threat on Mike's side. All right, so Mike's got it easy here. He would be able to push out, have a pretty good stable platform. I'm gonna have to come up behind Mike. So what I have to do is push my body up first. Now the muzzle's clear to come down on the threat, and we would both work that threat. All right, so we would start looking around again. Where's the next threat? Temple index. We come down, we start looking. Red on our side, starting to move a little bit faster, right? All right, so we put that threat down immediately, temple index. We start looking around again. White on Mike's side. All right, what I have to do here, Mike's got a good platform. I have to make sure I get muzzle past meat. So I would push up here. Mike can see my muzzle. We would start engaging this threat. All right, Mike needs to reload. So I would cover that here, right? I would push back, temple index. Mike gets his gun up and running. Running the guns inside the car is problematic because we're in a confined space. All right, so we're going to speed this up just a little bit. What I'm going to do here is start calling out the colors of the threat. We've got red on my side. We've got white and yellow on Mike's side. Some of them are more gracious targets than others, so we can work the trigger fast on some of them. We have to be slow and precise on others, right? All right, are you ready, Mike?
Ready.
White! Red. Yellow. White. Red. I'm up, Mike. Searching and scanning, make sure all our threats are down, and then we're safe to get out of the car. Chase Jenkins, Talon Defense. Hope to see you on the range.